So last class we did discuss about polymorphism and then abstract classes. Abstract classes were common functionality we are maintaining that, and then code reusability, avoiding the duplication. For that purpose, we are using the abstract classes. Okay, and then in that we have implemented that pure virtual methods, and normal methods. So that can be so pure virtual method should be overridden by your derived class because in virtual classes, pure virtual method is the skeleton only. So there is no implementation. That implementation should be done in a derived class. That's it. And then polymorphism, we need three mandatory things to implement the polymorphism: inheritance, and then object assignments. After that, what it called? So upcasting. Okay. So sorry, upcasting is also same thing. And virtual method. Okay. Upcasting is also called object assignment, right? And then child class is assigned to parent class means downcasting we need. So all these things are mandatory to implement the polymorphism. Now today we will discuss about the scope resolution. Okay, what is the use of scope resolution? What is the need of scope resolution? Tell me. So because you are staying in one apartment, then one delivery guy is pointing to your apartment means you need to set that address clearly, right? So in Prestige apartments, third floor and second floor, and then first flat. Okay, in that way you need to say that. Otherwise, he can't come. Okay, he can't reach you to deliver the something. Same way, scope resolution operator is also think like that only. So think of large apartment building. Okay, suppose you want to find building A inside that floor 3 and room number 301. Okay, so scope resolution operator will tells you the pinpoint of address and it will directly go into that same place. Okay, what is the usage of the scope resolution means? We are operating or we are getting the things static methods, static properties, and then static operators. Okay, whatever may be the packages. Okay, we have different packages. Packages also we are calling directly by using the scope resolution operator. And then typedef, enum, all these things are called by using scope resolution operator without creating the object. Okay, without creating the object, we are calling that. So actually, how we are designing the class? This is my class. Inside that transaction, you are writing okay class transaction and you are writing some properties int data or address okay and the class we are doing right okay so this is my basic class how you are calling the properties in your module you are creating the object right module tb okay inside that transaction is my class okay transaction handle is transaction here this is the null object and you are creating the object initial begin we are taking that initial begin transaction tr equal to new you are considering in this way you are creating the object right then you are pointing that properties transaction dot data equal to some 10 after some delay transaction dot data equal to 30 in that way you are giving the data or simply you are randomizing that so transaction dot randomize okay tr dot transaction dot randomize you can use that then it will randomize that operations right so in this way you are creating but this scope resolution operator is not creating the object okay without creating this object we can call the properties directly and then remember scope resolution operator is used to call the class members with static okay, static properties, static methods, and then type def and enum type packages. All these things are called by using scope resolution operator. Okay, we can't call the dynamic members. That means class members. Okay, class members means class, int, address, int, data, function. So all these are dynamic. Okay, so we can't call directly the dynamic members by using scope resolution. that's what I'm telling you. The scope resolution operator. Why do we need it? Normally, I told you the class members required object. Okay, so we required an object, right? So I need to create the object, the class transaction data and class I'm taking, and then class transaction I have considered, and then new we created, and then data I'm giving that. But static members belongs to class itself, right? Dynamic members you can call it in your module also, but class members, static methods are related to your class only. That means within the class only can use it. Outside the class we can't call it, right? So then, how to call this static members and static methods in your module by using this scope resolution operator. Okay, so this scope resolution operator without creating any object, you are getting the static members and methods in your module. Okay, so that is the reason we are using that. So how do you access that? You need to mention your class name. Okay, so class name and then scope resolution operator and then data type or property you need to mention that. Okay, so in this way we will call that, and then here you are assigning some static count equal to some 0 or 10 or 100, whatever it may be there. Okay, in your class you are assigning some count equal to static int count I'm taking. Okay, I'm considering that static int count. For that you are assigning some value, either 0 or you are initializing that. 0 you are initializing that. Okay, so this 0 you are initializing that, or 10 you are initializing that. Something you are initializing. Then I don't want that value in my TP. Okay, you need to override that. By using scope resolution, I can override that, and whatever the value you want to add, you can add in your TB. Okay, so that's what. So basic syntax. What is the syntax of that? So class. Okay, what is the syntax for this? Class and then sorry, class name, scope resolution operator, and then value or variable or method. You need to call that. Okay, so that is the basic syntax for scope resolution operator. See, transaction is my class name and then count is the variable. Then class name, scope resolution operator, and then variable you can call that. This is the variable method. Similarly, you can also call the function, right? How do you call the function? The method. So you need to display that transaction class and then method. And then packages. What is the use of packages? Package, we can declare all the bits and all these things, right? So in your package, whatever the different classes are there, all the classes we can place it in one place. That is the use of package we can call. And also you are using some bits, parameters. Those parameters also keeping in one place, then this package will help you. So how you call that? Your class, suppose package is this your package. Okay, package, and then I'm writing that my package. My package name is my package. Inside that you are written something, some weight, address, address weight, and then depth. You are writing something. All these things I want to capture it. I want to operate it. Then package, my package, and then width you want to operate it, you can call the width. If you want to operate the depth, you can call the depth. Okay. So that's the uses of the scope resolution operator. Package name and then variables. So you want to operate it. So I told you now static variables. Static variables means I'm using the count. Here I'm initializing the value is 0. Then I want to initialize the 10. After that 100 and then 1000. Something I have initialized that. I want to override that value without creating the object. Then I can call my static members in the TB. Okay. So in TB I want to call the static members. So then what is the operator we are using? This is the scope resolution operator. Okay. So scope resolution operator will call you that static members and methods in your PB, okay, without creating any object. Clear? Then I'm calling that 10. So how do you display that? Same thing. So transaction count is there, na? So same thing, counter equal to count equal to percentage 0d. Then you can display the method. How can you display that? Actually, how you are displaying that? Count equal to percentage 0 to transaction dot count you are calling that. Based on that, you will get the count value. But here, I am not created any object. Then how can I send the transaction dot count? Okay, you will get error. Okay, and then don't call dynamic numbers by using your scope resolution operator. Like transaction, class transaction, int data you have written. Okay, for that you need to create that object compulsory. Okay, so it's mandatory to create object because it is a class members and then we can call that in your PB. Static members means within the class only we are using. Don't come out from the don't come out of the class. Okay, so in childhood times they are saying that stay in home only, don't go out. Okay, so in that way they are saying that if you go out means we don't know where we are going there. Okay, so then that is the reason our parents are restricting to stay in your class only. Okay, if you want to go out, then your parents is mandatory. That is the class name. Class name is the base class, right? So that is the reason I need parent. Okay. So to go out, that is the reason I'm calling through transaction, scope resolution, count. Then you can buy anything. Okay. If you they are they brought you chocolate. Okay. But you don't want that. You want ice cream. Then you can go out and then buy it. Right? So in this way I can override. Yes. Same way, static method. So static method I am calling that. So function, static function void, sorry, class transaction. Inside that you are taking static function void show. Okay, your method name is show. Your method name is show. You're calling that method. Okay, so show and then dollar display static method. So just I'm writing some display. I'm calling the static method. Okay. So that's what I'm displayed here. And then static method called. After that module TB. Inside that initial begin. Just calling this method. So method name is show. How you call that? Your class name is transaction class. Okay. So scope resolution and then method. Okay, without class name, I can call my methods. Okay, or properties because I need to tell you where you are coming from. Okay, so I need to know you are coming from which place. Okay, so that is the reason you need to mention the class name, scope resolution operator. You want to call method, you can write the method name. Class name, scope resolution operator, you want to call property, you can mention the property name. Okay, so that's all. Anything, any doubt in up to this? So why no object is needed? I told you now static members are belongs to your class only and not related to the object. Okay. So you are creating the object in your module. Okay. Module top. In module top, you are creating the class object. Based on that, you are calling the dynamic members in your module. So that members are calling through object because those are related to your object. But static members are not related to object. Okay, it is related to class only. So then class only the responsible person to call your methods and properties, static methods and properties in your model. Clear? So that's what show is that related to, so count, static count or methods what you are taking, this is the method, right? And this is your count. Okay. So this is your count. Okay. Then count and show are related to your class member. So class not related to object. So every object shares them. Clear? If you are using the normal methods means, so just I told you, no, class, transaction, inside that int count, and then method function void, what is the method name, anything, show or print, you can write that. So these can be called by using your handle, right? You can call through object because those are related to object only. Based on the object only, you can call them. Static counter. What is that meaning? How many times you are creating the object, those many times you will increase the count method. Okay. So because I already explained in the static function, dynamic functions, then static members, static memory. That means static memory means if I have created the memory for him, and then next one. Okay, so one, next one incremented by one, two, next one incremented by one, three. So in this way, one plus two plus three. Output is coming like three. Dynamic means he is created memory and then stored in same memory. So stored in his own memory, and he is also she is also having the memory, and her value also stored their memory. Then here also getting one, here also getting one, and their memory also getting one. Okay. So in this way, static and dynamic methods we are implemented. Same way, here also static counter I am using that. That means static int I have utilized here, and total packets count equal to 0. Then function new total packets, that means constructor I am utilizing here. This constructor total packets plus plus means what? It is incremented by plus 1, right? Total packets equal to total packets plus 1. In this way, the value will be incremented. Then your class memory is created here, packet 1, 2, 3, multiple objects I have created, and then objects also, handles here created, and instances I mentioned, and then objects also created here. Then dollar display packets equal to percentage 0D. So here, how I can call this one? These total packets are related to static int. Okay, so integer we are calling that. Then your class name total packets we can call that. Clear? So my function name is total packets. Okay, so static int total packets I am calling here. Okay, so those total packets will be displayed in your function. I can call through class name only. Okay. Then it will increment how many times you have created the object, those many times it will be incremented. Then your packet count equal to 3. Okay. I told you what cannot be accessed by using scope resolution operator. This is the uh, dynamic member, right? So this dynamic member can't call through scope resolution operator. Okay. Class, your class name, scope resolution operator, and data you can't call. Yes. So why? Because data belongs to object, not class. So not related to the class. So when you are related to the class, it is static means inside the class only you can relate it. Okay. Without static, all are dynamic. Then I can utilize in my uh, module. Okay. So I can call through object. So this is the illegal. we can't access. And what is the illegal access here? So this is the class transaction data and then transaction scope resolution data equal to 5. So we cannot access that non-static members in your with the scope resolution operator. Am I clear? So scope resolution operator is strictly related to your static members, static methods, all these things. Okay, type def or linux, all these things only we are using the scope resolution operator. And then we can call in your module without using any object. Okay, without creating the object, we can assign the values and we can override the values. Okay. Huh. What it is saying that static and non-static methods together. See, here static int total is the one variable related to static, and then non-static is the id. Okay, so here I am created the two objects here. Those two objects I have two handles and two objects here, and then p1 dot id equal to 10, p2 dot id equal to 20. So why you are creating the multiple objects? I can assign multiple values. Or single object you are creating, you want to assign multiple values means you need to randomize the value and repeat how many times you want. Okay, every time different values will be produced. Okay, two ways we can call that. And then here total value I am calling here, then total with scope resolution operator. So then I am calling this non dynamic id, so dynamic member that is related to object. So I am calling through object only, p1.id, p2.id in that way and display. And then while displaying also, what is the method? Packet scope resolution total equal to some value. Based on that, you are displaying the value. Okay, here. So then output we are getting the and also type def. So type def means what? What is the use of type def? User defined data type. What it is saying there? User defined data type. User can create their own data types, right? Here, um, address bit is the address handle key. Okay, address key. Then address underscore key should be created different addresses called address underscore key A1, A2, A3, A4. All are all are used to big data type. Okay, so A1 is also big data type, A2 is also big data type, A3 is also big data type. Okay, in this way the user can create their own data types. Okay, you can call it that. So I want to call my scope resolution operator, sorry, um, type def or value data type through, because user defined data type, right? So user can define any value. I can call through type def. So this is my class, and then type def data type module transaction type transaction, that means class name, and scope resolution operator address t. So handle name created that address. Through address I can assign any value. Suppose you are creating the address here, so A1, A2, A3, then I can assign the different values like this. A1 equal to, so 16 tick hexadecimal, okay, AB, okay, and then 16 tick hexadecimal, okay, DEAD, and then A3, so 16 tick hexadecimal, okay, dead baba, okay, in this way I can assign the addresses to the type. Okay, so normally I can assign without any object creation. But previously, how we are assigning that in your enum data type that we are using, right? Type def enum, and then names you are using, handle you are calling based on the handle. You are applying some what is called inbuilt methods like first, last, next, previous, all these things. Okay, so in enum handle dot first, that means first value you can call, and then for in handle dot last value, last name you can call that. Okay, any name you can create that. Okay, so you can call it. I told you, scope resolution with enum. Enum also same thing, kind of enum, and then handle we are created state t. Then that handle I have created that another handle state. Okay, so here state also you can represent that, or another handle we can also write instead of state S1, S2, S3 also you can write that. Okay, so any name, so s1 I'm considering that. So then I can call through the names by using, see, he is using st state. Okay, st equal to state package. So packet is my class name, and then call through the names. Okay, I'm calling through the names, idle, busy, and then some execute state something. Okay, so in this way I can call it. And parameters, that means packages, class configuration parameter int width. Okay, we can call through the width also, we can override the width value, or we can call the different parameters also. Okay, width is my parameter. Okay, so then I can call through scope resolution packages, package, my package. Okay, so package is there, and my package is the my package name. This is my package name. Okay, based on the package name I can call through the methods. Okay, so it's here hello I'm writing here, so I want to call the my package, and then hello will be printed. Okay, inheritance. Inheritance means through extended classes. So extended classes also we can call the scope resolution operator. See, class parent is the base class, and then another thing is class extends class child extends from, so class child extends from parent. Okay, so here parent total, so this is the total value related to parent, or child is the class. Okay, child total, because always inherited, right? So whatever the parent methods are there, then that methods and properties are inherited by the child class, because you are extending the parent class. Then you can call through your parent class handle, or you can call through your child class handle. Okay, child class name. This is my child class name, and this is your parent class name. Okay. So class parent static in total equal to value, and then class child extends parent. This is the inheritance we are applying that. Okay, inheritance module TP. So without creating any object, you can call the total child display, and then parent display. Through parent handle also you are having the same value, or through child class also you can have the same value. Okay, and protected. Okay, protected means within the class only we can use that. We have local, protected, and public. Okay, public means it can appear in the normal class, and then extended class also. Then protected means within the same class. Okay, so same thing, protected static. So that can also access through your scope resolution operator. So allowed, because child can access the protected members. Okay, so we can also see, that's what local, it is only in your parent class. Protected means child can also access that, and public anyone can access. Okay, so I will explain that maximum next class maybe. Okay, so protected classes and then local classes and then um, public. Okay, so this is the complete example. Okay, so can you read this summary? Static members, static properties, and packages, typedefs, enum, all these things are I can access through scope resolution operator. Okay, so what are the accessing here? Um, Scope resolution access the members that belongs to class and package itself and cannot access that non-static variables. Okay, and because it is related, it is belongs to objects. I told you, and then static variables, static methods, typedef, enums, all these things are accessed by using scope resolution operator. Okay, and SystemVerilog saying that go directly to the this class or package. What it is saying that scope resolution operator strictly point to that particular address. Okay, because you are mentioning the class name and then you are mentioning the class name and you are mentioning the ID values. All these things are related to same class. I can go to the directly. So can you share the live location? Okay. So then I will clearly come to so reach that destination. Right. That is the way we are reaching. Right. Same way scope resolution operator also reaching in that way. So we will execute the codes. This is the scope resolution operator, right? So what is the last method we'll go for it? Protected with method. Okay, protected with methods means class parent protected static int count equal to value, and then static function set count that is the argument c. Okay, so then I have assigned the c value to count. Okay, so then static function int get count. So get count, I'm getting the count here. Here I'm setting the count. Here I'm getting the count. Okay. So this method returning that count value. Then child class child extends parent. Your method name is function void show, and here I'm calling the count value here. And again, so I created the child class handle object I have created, and then set count, that is parent class, right? So set count is related to parent. You are assigning some value to this set count. What is the value you are assigning? 100. Okay, so through constructor we are getting the value, right? So this is the set count constructor, and then this is the value. Then 50 will be overridden, and then 100 I need to get that, and dollar display count equal to percentage 0d. So then here parent scope resolution get count. Okay, here show, that means I'm created the object, right? So then the display will be coming here. Just show this, check this out. Uh, Here you got that result. We have called that set, right? Parent scope resolution set count is 100. Okay, then I got that another answer. Okay, so here also I'm executed another value. Okay, just run this one. Now you can see we got the values are 100. Okay, because The through parent class you are setting the value 100, and here I am setting the count and returning the count. Okay, so then the value will be setting at 100. Okay, that value will be assigned to your parent class value. And then c dot display, c dot show. So show is the method that is related to child class. Then you are calling the count value. So you are assigned the count value 100, right? So same value will be displayed for the child class also. Okay, clear? Set count. Huh. Yeah, get count and set count. So if you want to call that set count display also, then you will get another display like setting the count value, right? So you are getting the count, returning the value. So set count you are not getting, right? Because set count is protected. Okay, so protected, you can't access that. Okay, directly in your parent class. Through child class only we can assign that. So in your child class we can call that. Okay, set means you are setting the value. Okay, you are setting the value, and then get means whatever the set value that will be getting by the get method. Okay, so inheritance here not there. Okay, we are accessing this protected method in the child class. Okay, then child class we can call it as, we can call, and then through your child class we can call. Okay, so don't call through parent class. So it shall we call through child, set method through child. Just see what is the what is happening. Still child so void function cannot be used in the context. So void function means nothing will be written, right? So previously you called that stat protected member in your class. So protected member is there. There is this protected. This is the protected. Okay, protected static count. So here function void show, and then we are calling through protected count in your parent class. Okay, through parent class handle we are calling. Then we can call the show value directly in your module. Okay, clear? So that means you can write the display we can write in child class. Okay, so then here this is the child class, right? And then I have implemented this one function show with don't show. Here I can use the print. Okay, so print and then dollar display, so parent count, and then end function. Then I can call through, what is that? Parent count is that, right? So this is the static count. Okay, so I can call through this handle. Which one? Which handle I can call that? C dot C dot print. Okay, C dot print. We can call through C dot print, and then we will get the set value. Okay, again 100 I will get. See, that's what count value will be 100. So protected. Protected means only child class can see. The outside persons can't see. Okay. If it is public means then other modules also we can see that. Okay. Scope resolution can't call that directly. So because in scope, I can call through scope resolution through in my child class. In child class we can access that. So class parent and then child class only protected variables will be accessed. And then local within the child class only. And then public means we can access anywhere. Okay. So outside also we can access that. Yeah. Ah. Mm. So set count is not a normal method, right? So if your static count, so this is the state method. Count method is static, and then I can call through some constructed here. So argument I have assigned, then C value will be there. That C value will be assigned to your count. Okay. Then I can call through this scope resolution operator only. Okay. Scope resolution operator, that is not protected method, right? Static method. Static method we can call through scope resolution operator. If you protected that one also, then we can call through child class. Then through the child class only we are accessing the variables in the outside the outside the class. Any doubt? So same thing. These are all related to your static members. This is a static variable, and then we can call through this. And then I am overriding this one. Okay. So same thing. I am overriding here. Okay. So just I can comment it here. Same thing. Then save it and run it. So what you are getting the output 10, right? So I can get the value is 10 because I have overridden through my class handle. So I got the value is 10. Okay, static count. And we can also see the package. Okay, so same thing. The next methods also same static methods, and then methods I can call that. Okay, so methods, that means same value, but we can call through the method. The display will be displayed at the output side. So static method is called. Okay, static method is called is you are getting the output side. Okay, same thing, simple code, class, method, and then end class. Okay, before the method you can write the static, and then module, just create the handle for that your class, and then sorry, no need to create the handle also, just module initial begin you can call through the method. Okay, by using scope resolution operator, your class name and scope resolution operator method, that's it. Okay, and previously you can call the property also, same way you can call the property. Okay, variables also we are calling. Same way static counter here packet count will be increased, and then this is the static method. What is the output I will get here, because I created the memory for 3 times. Okay, and then assigned through scope resolution operator. Here I have used the constructor, so static int total is my static number. Okay, static variable that will be assigned in the method, so constructor. So constructor will be incrementing, so just I am created the constructor new method, then I will get the value is 3. See, packet count is 3. If you assign another handle, okay, p4, and then your p4 equal to, just copy this one, then you will get the count will be increased. Okay, p4 equal to no, new. Okay, p4 equal to new. So save and run. Then you will get 4 is the count. See, 4 is the count. So in this way, the static count will be increased. And then illegal access, I told you, na. So data members are static, dynamic members, and then so we need to utilize means static. We need to mention. Otherwise, we can't access through handle. Okay, non-static access, both are also same way. And then scope resolution of the type def. Okay, just you will see the type def here. There is this type def. This is the type def. So same thing, type def address t equal to value you assign that. So in this way, address 1 comma address 2 comma, suppose I am utilizing different addresses. Okay, so just I am okay. What we need to do? some variable names, address comma address 1 comma sorry, okay, at addr2 comma. In this way I have assigned, and then same value I can display here, copy this and then paste it here. Just you can call this DAD, okay, and then here address 1 I can mention, address 1 equal to %h, okay, so 0h. Same way I can paste it here, and then here I am utilizing, what is that, okay, so here address 1, which one, this is the address 1, right, address 1, and this is the address 2. Okay, I can create many data types. Okay, so here also 2. Okay, and here also 2. Then save this and then add here. See, different values we are getting. That is the use of type def. User can create their own data type through different handles we can create. Okay, small letters only 3 times. So if you are writing big letters, and then, so I think you can check the capital H here. Third one is the capital letters will get nothing. Okay, no problem. Same way, extend keyword. Okay, extend keyword. What is the use of extend keyword here? I'm recording. What is the use of extend keyword? Extend keyword, if you are writing something in your class, that means declaration you are doing in your class, but the implementation you done at the outside of the class. Okay, that is the use of extend keyword. So basically, what is the use of extend keyword means you are writing different functions and methods in your driver class. Okay, that means some thousands of lines of codes are there. Then driver code will be increased. I can't read properly. In that case, just I am implementing the methods. Okay, I am declaring the methods. Whatever the methods I have declared in my driver class, all the bodies are, that means declaration, all the definitions will be placed outside the class. Okay, this external keyword, whatever the outside methods are there, that can be accessed in your inside the class. That means see how you are writing the method function void and then show, and you are writing some arguments after that dollar display. You can write the I'm in show class. Okay, I'm in show, and then end function, and then next one. You are writing the other condition like dollar function void display. Inside that display dollar display, you are writing address equal to percentage 0 d data. All these things you are writing. Okay, but these methods, all the methods are increasing means, so I am not implementing in my driver class or in my original class. Okay, I just declared inside the class. Okay, that is the use of extend keyword. See, inside the class we are using the declared method. Okay, so I'm declaring the methods, and then the body will be implemented and then defining outside the class. That is the use of extend method. Okay, what that exactly saying that extend method is the inside class declaration we are doing in inside class, and then defining the method in the outside the class. This helps you keep large classes clean and readable. That's what I'm saying there. Okay, so big classes are there, all these classes are very large codes. Okay, I don't know what it is happening there. Okay, at that time, I will use this extend keyword. I can declare that method inside the class, and then I can implement that method in outside the class. Then anyway, I can access that methods inside my class. Clear? So that is the use of extend keyword. See, normally what you are writing one chapter, one book. So large book you are writing. Okay, same thing. First chapter very long. In that lexical conventions. Lexical conventions you are writing something. Okay, and then next chapter, whatever that data types. Okay, data types one chapter you have written, and then next one after the data types modules declaration. That means abstract classes. So some abstract levels like data flow model and behavioral model. All these things. Then entire Verilog course you written one by one. Okay. So then I want to open that where is the procedural assignments. Procedural assignments you have written in last chapter. How can I know that? Right? I didn't get that. So then I am declaring all the chapters in the index. Okay. Declaring chapters in the index. If you want to open that chapter, then go for the page. Okay, the implementation chapter name only there. So in first chapter, the Verilog inside that some lexical conventions you mentioned, and then you can open the lexical convention. The implementation is not there in the index. The implementation is there in the particular data page number. Okay, that is the use of extend keyword. Okay, clear? Extend keyword is used to declare the methods inside the class, and then definitions will be implementation will be outside the class. That is the usage of extend keyword. Okay. So this is function void transaction display and function. This method implementation will be outside the class, and then this method name is what? Function void transaction is the class name, right? So sorry, function void displays the method name. Okay, that method I can declare inside my class. This is the extern function void display. Okay, clear? Extend function void displays the method name. Okay, so that method name will be uh, utilized, declared in the outside the class. Okay. So that's what. Why use external methods? I told you now. So 20 variables, 50 methods, 1,000 lines of code. 20 methods. 20 methods means 3 lines each case, and then 3 into 20, 60 lines it will be there. Then your class will be used where you are driving the signals. After 60 lines, you are seeing the driving the signals. Then I don't want to implement all the methods in my driver class, okay, or my main class. So just I want to declare that methods, and then I can implement the methods in outside the class. I can call inside my class. Okay, not run this way. Okay, fine. So that is the declaration and definition. Declaration means this method is exist like tells the compiler this method is exist. Okay, somewhere else. Okay, so it is there somewhere else. You can go proceed there. That is the declaration. And then extern function void display. This is the declaration. Okay, that means your method name is what? Function void display. That function void display you can write it outside the class, and you need to tell that which this function is related to which class. either transaction class or driver class or scoreboard class or monitor class. Okay, we need to set that. By using scope resolution operator, we can set that class name. Okay, function void, class name, scope resolution operator, and method name. Okay, so then some external functions like class transaction, action function. This is the same thing outside the class. Basic syntax I have represented here. Same thing. Tasks also we can use that. Extend task. Task run. How you are calling that? Task run. Sorry, task your class name and then scope resolution run. Okay. So this way we can call it that. And simple external function, how you are calling that? So class transaction into data and then extend function void display. Your method name is display. Okay, you can call that in your outside the class. So I have written that outside the class. See here, function void transaction. So class name is transaction and display is the another. Okay, then dollar display we can write the class. Okay. So when it is used means multiple classes are there and multiple methods are there. So it is hard to find which method is related to which class. At that time, I can use the external method. Okay, external method. Hmm. Same thing. One another example for calculator. Okay. Hmm. Just give me 10 minutes. I will leave. So and also external functions returning the values. What else? External keyword, multiple external methods. See, function void set data is the one method, and then function void display another method. Okay, these two methods I can call it as outside the class. Okay, I can implement outside the class. So this void display is applied in the outside the class. So void method and then set data. So this is the set data class and this is the display class. Already all these things are related to your employee class only. Okay, function void employee set data and then function void employee display. Same thing, but I'm writing outside the class. Whatever the up to now, whatever you have seen, all these methods are implemented in your class only. Okay, but I don't want to write those methods in my class. Just name, extend your method name, extend your task name, extend. Okay, whatever it may be you want to write, so you can write. So same thing, constructor also you can write that. So many constructors you are writing, right? Function new, int I, so and then I is related to ID, and then int data, so data is related to D. So in this way we are writing the constructors, right? Why we are using the constructors? Without assigning the values, you can assign directly inside the constructor and then you can apply the values to the data numbers. Okay? See, that's what. See, in driver, how many methods are there? Function new is there, task reset is there, task driver is there, function void report is there. All these methods, four methods means in class only I'm getting the all methods. That means 4, 3 is the 12 lines, the course will be there. Okay, just I'm implementing that. And you can write anywhere outside the class. Okay, so then I will get the values, all these things. Just read this one. Scope resolution. Sorry, scope not scope resolution. Extend keyword. Okay. So extend keyword in SystemVerilog allows you to declare methods inside the class using extend method, extend, and an extend keyword. Define the outside the class by using the scope resolution operator. these are interrelated, right? So placing the methods with the title, so and then classes and detailed implementation, all these things are there in the outside the class. Okay. So why we are using keep the classes clean and compact. Okay. So that is the use of extend method. We can implement constructors, tasks, and functions. Okay, clear? So this is related to your constructor. Sorry, external methods. Hmm. See this code. Just calculator method is explaining here. So just class calculator inside that extend function int add is at there. Okay, and then function int subtract, function int multiplication, function int division. Okay, all these methods I have implemented. Just declaration only. Okay, task, drive, divide. So only methods only I have written. Okay, declaration only. Then implementation of the outside the class. See how we are implementing function int calculator adds that int a comma b written a plus b. Okay, and then subtraction also a minus b, multiplication also a into b, and then task calculator divide. So divide is that real values it will be dividing. Okay, and then else begin. So all these things. After that, same thing, just module extend keyword, and then your class name is calculation, and real divide also another name we need to mention here, and then implemented all the methods, just displaying the values. Then you are getting the values. Okay, so you are getting the output called 10 plus 5 with 15, 5, 50, and 3.3. So in this way, I will get that values.